Hello, everyone, and welcome to a winter-like wonder, freezing frenzy, cryochromatography, nipples like diamonds. Holy shit! I found Uncle Gary asleep in the deep freezer again. Episode of the Days Grimm. My name is Brian Michael Day.
My name is Thomas Grimm.
What's up, dude?
Is that
Dude.
How'd you say that?
Chromatography.
Is that even a word?
Yeah.
Okay. I just didn't know.
It doesn't fit. It doesn't make sense. But
I was confused. I was like, did you just make up a word?
No. It's a real fucking word, dude.
Okay.
Just don't fucking. I have an education.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Don't start on me with like the Corey.
I can't even read that far. So
with the
props
Corey
to you.
bullshit. You know what I'm saying? That would be the kind of shit Corey would do. He'd be, oh, it's not even a fucking word.
Pull up Webster.
He's like, Nancy Pelosi was a whore. I was like, dude, we fucking get it, Webster. Yeah, dude. So I'm just here living my best life, Thomas.
Excuse me. How was that 30-mile bike?
Pretty great.
Pretty great.
I got to see downtown Newburgh. Big shoots to the guys over at Jennings Street. They hooked me up with some ice cold water. Then I just turned around and just got the fuck out of there. Honestly, it was pretty nice. Except climbing the hill back, like when I made it 28 miles, and I had to climb the last little bit back to my house. That the fucking Modern Day hill can suck a dick.
Well, joining us.
Hit him with the intro.
In the Days Grimm studio is Jeremy, or AKA Mr. Freeze, AKA Cryotherapy Precision Repair.
There you go. That works. He
got
did
it
pretty
right.
good. He did pretty good.
He said cryo.
It wasn't such a struggle like that hill you're talking about.
Yeah,
Dude,
you know?
I'll tell you what, man.
I came a long way since last time.
Thomas
you know?
struggles from multiple things: autism, not doing English good,
A lot of A's, autism, Asperger's, ADHD.
Asperger's, ADHD. Yeah, dude. I got my cutoff
Anxiety,
I got my cutoff jean
A's.
shorts on for you today, dude.
I almost wore a kilt for you.
I'm
That
a
would've
little
been rad.
disappointed, honestly. Both our nuts would have been hanging out, dude.
Well,
What's up, Jeremy? How are you, dude?
I'm doing good, man.
You're doing all right, man? It's been a
Doing
while since I've
great.
seen you, like 3 hours.
Yeah, a good 3-hour sprint,
But before that, I haven't seen you in, what's it been?
Maybe a month? Well, it's been about a month for me.
Yeah.
Dude, we're over here rubbing knees. This is romantic as shit.
Yeah, you
right
like
now.
that?
shit.
I just wish his knee was rubbing your other knee, dude.
I know.
We have a little
Oh,
menage wang going on. You know what I'm saying?
But I was gonna say, so in the meantime, a decent little amount of stuff has happened between the last episode and this episode, and we're gonna touch on that as well
Fuck yeah,
as
bro. Yeah, dude.
some fun insight little stuff along the way.
Yeah, dude.
But you've done all right since last time.
Yeah, I've been loving life, man.
You sound a lot better in this episode. So
he's
thank
not
you.
holding the
You
shitty
can
mic
actually
this
hear me.
time.
This is cryo. This is so again for everybody. If you're just now meeting this gentleman for the first time, this is Jeremy from Cryo. I don't want to say it wrong. Cryo Precision Repair,
Yep.
right? Or CPR, which you can find them on Instagram as Cryo Precision Repair Newburgh. But yeah, so this is Jeremy. He was with us a couple months ago in the first episode we shot with him and his lover lady. But she sounded phenomenal, and your microphone sounded a little weak. So for that, I apologize. And then also on that note, here you are, and you sound beautiful, sir. By the way,
Oh, thank you.
So much better than last time. No fault of your own last time. That was our poor planning. But so round 2 on the cryo.
Yeah, we had a full house last time, too.
Yeah, we had tanks and we had a dude getting a facial. It was a real, it was a Brazzers situation going on in
We
here
had
last
two
time.
people sitting in the corner.
Dude, it was weird.
I think.
Stacked.
And Corey's just creepy innately. You know, he just put him in a corner, make anybody uncomfortable.
Oh, shit. He feels normal there.
He is baby, and we do put him in the corner. So in the last couple of months, anything new pop up that we haven't, you want to?
Well, we're doing quite a few events, and we are letting about 50% go if you want to treat it at the event that we're going to.
What do you mean letting 50% go, dude?
Yeah, so what
like
we're
a sale?
doing is, showing up from time to time on weekend, and you can contact us through Facebook, whatnot, and we'll treat you much like what we did with you guys. And it's going to be full price because there's quite a fee for space anymore,
Oh, dude. Real estate is
There you
a
go.
fucking nightmare.
Yeah.
And we know because we're on the market and it sucks. But yeah, dude. So, and brick and mortar is not cheap, which you guys don't technically have brick and mortar, correct? Am I not mistaken? So you guys are very mobile, very place to place.
You guys just started the more mobile aspect since basically the last episode.
Absolutely. To where we show up and we can actually do multiple people, whole wedding party, hint, hint.
Yeah, dude. And then, actually today we had the pleasure of, so Thomas and I linked up with you today and got a little therapy done. And you had us in your newer trailer that you've just recently
It's a toy
purchased.
hauler.
A little toy hauler, but it's you say that, and if anybody knows what a toy hauler is, you're probably picturing something totally different. But there's a bed, there's a restroom, it's very nice. It's nice floors. There's a nice bed that they put you down on and work your kinks out and all that stuff. The more and more I describe that, the more and more it sounds like a sex movie.
Right, especially when you're like, work your kinks out.
Yeah, I shouldn't have said it like
There you
that. But yeah, he does do foot stuff. We're getting off the rails here. No, but my feet do feel great today.
Oh, yeah.
Now
Yeah.
it's several hours after, they feel great.
But before we get into too crazy on our experience this morning and more
yeah,
on getting
dude.
carried away, let's get into this DOT dub, the
you
death
wanna
of the
do
week.
the fucking death of the week? This week's Death of the Week brought to you by Cryo Precision Repair, hashtag CPR. Find them on Instagram at Cryo Precision Repair Newburgh. This week, guys, it's not looking great. FedEx is in the news, and it's not great. February 2nd, 2019. A 69-year-old FedEx worker has been found dead outside a delivery hub in western Illinois, and police believe the extreme cold snap that hit the country this week has played a role. Again, this is 2019, everybody. The man whose name wasn't released is among 23 other people killed in the United States as a result of extreme weather conditions this week, again in 2019. Cook County, Illinois, which includes Chicago, announced 3 deaths on Friday, including a 92-year-old man. At the FedEx delivery hub in East Moline, I hope I'm saying that right. Sorry, Illinois, no one cares. A coworker found the man's body outside between 2 tractor trailers Thursday morning, Police Captain Darren Galt said. And that's the gist of it. So homeboy works for FedEx. He's on the campus. He's doing his thing, getting those Amazon packages to your house.
I think if you're over 65 and you're not Wim Hof, you probably shouldn't experience the cold.
Unless you're doing his treatment.
Right,
You're
unless
breathing.
you've like learned how to, be old in the cold.
Yeah.
This concerns me for several reasons. I feel like, okay, if I order something on Amazon, you bet your sweet fucking dick I expect that prime shipping. That being said, though, if the United States has been swept by a fucking negative 23 degree fucking freezer box hailstorm fucking blizzard,
Yeah, maybe send somebody's grandpa home early that day.
maybe don't fucking send Matlock out to lock the trailers up. The dude is on his last leg, 1 foot in
The dude's
grave
on his 3rd hip replacement, and you're sending him out.
Dude, that's this week's Death of the Week, brought to you by Cryo Precision Repair Newburgh. If you're looking them up on Instagram, Cryo Precision Repair. Dude, yeah. So, what are your thoughts on this, man? You ever been caught? You ever been caught in what we're referencing as a cold snap before?
Oh, yes.
You ever been caught in one of those? Do you remember that storm? No, 2019, I remember it. It was a really bad storm. Do you remember it?
Yeah, I remember that one. I've been stuck in way worse, man.
But for the area and for how long it had been, that was like the worst storm that we had in a considerable amount of time. Like 40 years, 30 years, something longer than I've been alive. I think we had a blizzard once when I was a kid.
That was the snow. Around here, though, you get the ice storms as well, and that's more so what has done the damage. We've had several bad ice storms in Evansville, just not a bunch of snow down here.
Yeah, I don't know, man.
Compared to other places like Northern India or whatever.
And again, they didn't release the individual's name, which I'm glad they didn't, so I won't have to it out. But that being said, he was 69 years old. FedEx, get your shit together, guys. What are y'all doing?
Right,
Send this man home.
And then the article said a 92-year-old man died, like in another situation. But
dude, what are y'all doing?
And some of those people just like to be out there doing something, you know,
out there getting that, doing the work of the Amazon is what they're doing. Yeah. Poor bastards.
Getting the retirement with it, you know. That's how you have to live. Even retired, you have to work.
I know, it's a fucking sad world we live in. I think I'm gonna go McDonald's, man. Hopefully I don't die from a deep fryer, but that's this week's Death of the Week, man. So 69-year-old unnamed individual, you are gone and also forgotten.
All right, so since the last episode, you guys have kind of closed down your brick and mortar front, and you're focusing more.
Which was where again? It was out in Newburgh, wasn't it?
Right. We had a nice 3,000 square foot house we rented.
But shut it down.
Right.
Since. Okay, so now we're all mobile.
We're all mobile. And we've taken on day jobs too, so you know that's kind of how we're going to regroup and come back to this and come out swinging because we've got some stuff that works, man.
That sucks, man, and I can speak from personal experience working a 9 to 5 and then doing your passion on the side. It's not fulfilling. You know what I mean? It's like what you love to do so much. And not being able to do it full throttle to what your imagination has built up, it's like somewhat like disgruntling a little bit. Do you find that like you and her are a little bit not disgruntled, but maybe discouraged would be a better word,
especially like after a bad day. You know what I mean? After a bad day, you're like, why the fuck am I doing this?
Well,
you know
sometimes you got to take 2 steps back to take a full step forward. You know.
And that's true, yeah. That's a good way to look at it. And one of the guys that I really like to listen to, Jocko Willink. I'm sure you're familiar with Jocko. Jocko, he doesn't.
He's a clock guy. Yeah, 4:30 in the morning, baby.
Well, when he hits an instance like this, in which that you have to take a step back to take the next step and a half or 2 steps forward.
Exactly.
That 1 step back, don't look at it as a failure. Look at it as a situational or tactical retreat.
Exactly.
You're doing it to win the battle. So like you take a step back, collect yourself, take 10 minutes, catch your breath, and now we're going back forward into the fight.
And it's funny because you mentioned he's big on the time thing. And his big thing was like if I'm not awake by 4:30 in the morning, the first like 10 people that comment on my Twitter that like I haven't posted a picture of my watch being awake before 4:30 gets $50. Like that's insane.
You got a hair on you, dude. I'm just trying to square you away over here.
But I think that's a good, like, you know, like he talks about, like, it's like
accountability.
Yeah, dude. He's all time. I mean, him and Goggins are like, obviously, they're 2 peas in a pod. They're literally the same fucking person. They like get fired up. They get like mad at themselves if they like sleep in for 1 minute. So that's really cool. And then so that's just to elaborate on your point, man. Don't look at it as like a failure. Look at it as like a tactical retreat. That's how
absolutely. I think. That's kind of how we came out with it. With we had to go get a couple items. I've talked to banks. They don't really want to work with me unless I had a job, of which that's what we did. And then we found another bank to actually work with us, actually a little bit better. And they're like 3rd in the nation. So let's hope that works. So far, it's been a little bit of a challenge, but I think we're getting through it.
And since we last saw it, so since the last episode, a couple weeks after that episode, I actually rode with you to Louisville.
Yep.
And we had a nice little conversation.
Shout out to Jefferson City Elite.
Yeah. Dude, that sounds like my kind of date, by the way. You know what I mean?
It was a good date.
Yeah, man. Like a nice bro date where it was just the 2 of you guys. You know what I mean? Just
Just chatted the whole way
Listening
there.
to
Got there. Jeremy did some chirotherapy on somebody that we're gonna show.
There you go again.
And
I like how he just tries to breeze past it like it didn't have Cryo. It's Cryo, dude.
Cryotherapy.
Just say
and
therapy.
Then, there was a guy there training, doing some jump rope and everything like that. They got his shoulder worked on, and it was a pretty cool experience. Got to come back home. And then since that, you guys actually bought a new piece of equipment.
Oh, absolutely. That Normatech
Yeah.
is amazing. What'd you think?
The boots?
Oh,
Yeah,
Those
so,
stilettos? Those Normatech stilettos, dude?
so basically for
Those
those
fucking hitters?
those people that don't know what these boots are, is you basically put your feet and your whole leg in these boots, and they zip up, and it's like the blood pressure machine for your arm, but it's like your whole entire leg, like it goes all the way up to your groin, and then it fills up with pressure starting at your feet and moves the blood from your feet all the way up to your core, basically.
Yeah,
right?
it was like a blood pressure cuff that massaged you like one of those chairs in the mall. You know what I mean? That's how the best I think I would describe it to you. And it's different intensities. It kind of blows up a little bit, and then it lets you know that it's there, and then it goes away, and then it comes back even a little more aggressive. And then like the last pulse, it was like 4 midgets just dangling off my fucking kneecaps, and it just felt fucking beautiful, dude. It was like making love to a dolphin.
especially after some cryotherapy.
Oh, dude, and yeah, that was a good combo. Like doing the cryo on the old pavement stompers and then hitting the Normatech boots.
Oh man,
Like a
life is great.
that's the game changer. Like if you had to pick one or the other, I would do the cryo, just because I feel like I like things that hurt because normally I know that it's working. You know what I mean? The boots don't hurt, so which I was nervous about. They didn't bother you.
No,
Yeah, there was like no pain, right?
actually almost fell asleep.
But there was like there's no pain with cryo, but like there was definitely like a little bit of a sting. You know what I mean? Because it's just so fucking cold. It gets down to
Intense.
what? Yeah, intense is the best word. But how cold does it get down to? Skin temp?
Skin temp, you're going down to 40 degrees is what you're trying
40.
to shoot for. If you get 30 degrees, life is good. You're numbing the area. You're out of pain. 40 degrees, you're actually freezing some adipose tissue and taking away swelling, much like what was in the middle of Thomas's back.
Yeah.
There was actual swelling there. And when you apply the pressure with the CO2 and the amount of pressure that comes out of this gun controlled, you can see it. It's like an ice pack just shoving down onto a swelled area.
You know, the first time I ever saw one of these guns clicked to me on my way here. You ever see those soccer players or football for all the other people other than
Like
the
everyone in the
United
world except for the United States.
States?
Yeah.
But that's the first time I ever saw one when those dudes overheat and they like pull their pants down in the back and they hit them with the gun.
Oh,
They hit their dicks with it?
They hit their butts.
They hit them, try and cool them off.
Yeah.
And what easiest, fastest way
They're doing butt, they're not doing
is
wiener.
hitting somebody in their heart, and that'll cool off everything. That's circulating everything.
Normally they get behind them, they just pull their pants and right in the back of their pants, and
You
then
could.
Dude,
You
that's
could.
aggressive, dude. That's
it's like
a-
it's like bleaching or like butthole.
where are you going with this? Like anal?
Tanning your butthole.
Your buttonhole?
Yeah, your butthole.
I honestly can say I've
Can't.
never tanned my butthole.
Apparently,
I don't think you have to. Isn't the butthole like the wiener? It just stays brown all year.
I'm not sure.
I think it's like a darker skin. It's like the melanin that's in your ween is just it's like more condensed.
I'm not sure.
Is your ween not brown all year? Yeah,
No,
mine
no,
is
no.
too. I don't know what's up with that. I tell people
I've
I'm
never seen sunlight.
I tell people I'm 1/4 Hispanic, and they just believe me. So, anyways, away from my wiener, more on
But I
to
was gonna say
cryotherapy.
that they use it now in sports as well for more than just
Absolutely.
for more than just
Athletes,
injuries.
pro
or whatever.
athletes are more so ginned to do this. The amount of recovery time is so intensely fast.
Quick turnaround.
Yeah. See, and I even smashed my own foot. I didn't do it on purpose, but shit.
Oh, I thought we
happens,
were
you
doing
know?
like an experiment. You were like, yeah, I just dropped a center block on my
you
foot.
know, I just blew my mind by it because I had like a, I don't know, 3-4 inch round spot and about 2-inch raised goose egg. And
God damn, dude.
Yeah, it was bad, man. So that sledgehammer was all 10 pounds, coming down on that thing. Can't stop it. Here
Right.
it comes. And there wasn't nothing protected other than just a little bit of leather. So, I hobble in after that shit. Took me about 5 minutes to even take a breath. And start hitting myself with it. And then Suzanne seen what I was doing. We filmed it, so forth. And we could literally see the goose egg start going down. It was reversing. Instead of coming up, it was going down.
That's intense. And I don't think you're probably listening to this and you're like, yeah. No, he's not full of shit. It's legitimate. It's such an intense pressure, or such an intense temperature at such an intense pressure that you're you even mentioned it on your Apple Watch that tracks your cardiopulmonary, blood oxygen level, all that. Yeah, your heart rate. And you were getting it done, and it actually dropped or spiked?
It spiked at first.
Yeah, it's your body is immediately responding to this intense, crazy shit. Even though it's my wrist hurts and they cryo your wrist, your body is going to be like, what the fuck? And freak the fuck out. It's immediately so intense that your body responds.
But you don't feel pain or intensity of it.
No.
But that's
your body
what
does.
Body's doing.
Yeah, your body's
the
warm up.
The intensity comes towards the end of getting you to that 40 degrees. Mm-hmm. If I get you down to 32, machine shuts me down. I can't spray no more. It's got safety features all over it. And while I'm doing your feet, he was watching, the light turns blue, and that's the 3rd-degree dropper you're looking for. So
did I hit that on my feet?
You hit that everywhere, man.
Dude, bro, dude, you were hitting my feet, and I was like, if he doesn't stop, I'm going to hit Thomas in the mouth, and it's not even going to be Thomas's fault. It got to a point where I was like, my foot was probably shaking, and I was like, I'm going to pull it away. I'm going to pull it away. Right. And then you stopped, and I was like...
That's the minute and a half. Say you need a minute and a half to actually get that baby numb.
Dude,
and
it was
if you
numb.
Twist the ankle, I'm going to go about a minute and a half.
Dude, it was numb.
I don't think it was that bad. You made it... I never experienced a cold when the last time you were in Duda, we did a facial on Duda. But then you were getting your feet done. I'm like, man, is this really going to be that cold? And then it wasn't that bad to me.
Bro, I just got an amazing idea.
Oh no.
New podcast. Got an amazing new podcast idea.
Okay.
You, me, we only podcast right after this is a totally different show, just for the record.
Okay.
We keep doing the Days Grimm. Then we're going to do the Icebox. So we're going to call it the Icebox. You and I, because you're going to continue your physical fitness. I'm assuming you're not just going to be a big quitter and stop after the triathlon coming up in 4 weeks, which you are going to. I bought my ticket today. Yeah. That being said, we start a new podcast. Podcast is 2 mics.
In a freezer?
Nope. Even better. Dude, 2 big aluminum tubs filled with water and ice.
Trough.
And then we literally train together. We start the mics, start everything recording, go train for an hour, train our fucking dicks off, come straight back into the studio, jump into the ice bath, and then just talk for 30 to 40 minutes.
See, that's one thing too. Is
dude, I'm a fucking genius.
Do it.
That's one thing.
Get an old tub.
That's one thing I was telling Brian too. And then we were talking about while we were, getting worked on this morning at your facility.
Stand by for the Icebox, dude. Fuck yeah, bro.
Once the Days Grimm takes off, that we do plan on maybe bringing some little side shows, off of the interview route and doing some
See, we got your endorphins just running and jumping. You guys are all over the board,
dude.
now.
I would think about doing a whole podcast just dedicated to penis tricks.
Wow,
I don't know.
I think it'd be interesting to do an entire podcast, and you're the podcast is like hot wings or the icy hot on your nuts or
dude.
all just uncomfortable stuff for 30 minutes while you're getting it done.
Dude, yeah, dude. We should do
sauna and trash bags and then have to sit in there and talk
with
shit
lit
for
matches
30 minutes.
taped to your eyebrows or something. I don't know. We just get weird with it. But yeah, I like that idea of a podcast of just a 30-minute long podcast that you have to continue the show in total and utter pain the whole time. Just uncomfortability. Yeah.
Okay, so what you need to do before the podcast, you hit start and everything else, you need to have all this bullshit start with. Are we actually rolling here?
Yeah. We're recording, dude.
Just kidding.
Don't get weird,
anyway.
dude. I'm not inserting anything into my anus. No, I'm just joking. I will for the right amount of money.
So what you do is get rolling and everything. And start breathing, and then
Wim Hof
jump
it.
in that shit, man. If
Oh,
you
yeah.
got control over your breathing, you have control.
We talked about that last time. And then also, actually, I wanted to make a honorable mention to our Death of the Week last time you were on. Do you remember that broad that, do you remember the Death
Yeah,
of the Week?
she like froze herself for like 10 hours or something.
She
like
was
that.
Trying to get that after-hours special.
Yeah, she was the employee, and she went in after hours.
I hate to tell you this. There is not 10 hours of nitrogen in a tank.
Well, I don't know that it said she froze. It was 10 hours before she was discovered.
Yeah.
So I think she let it run, and then it put her to sleep.
Right. And she was still an ice cube. I could see it.
Let's hit the show and tell real fast, but
shit,
do the
Daddy.
videos first before we get to these pictures.
Can I? Well, I like the hey monkey part though.
No, that's fine. I'm just saying save these pictures. Let's do the videos.
Okay,
first.
do the video first. But before we do all that, let's talk about this hey monkey.
Monkey.
That's my favorite part. I just wanted to hear that.
All right.
All right, so we're going to roll into the videos first, Thomas. Is that what you're saying?
Yep.
Okay, so let's go ahead and tear this guy down.
So these videos of this week's show and tell are actually from Brian and I getting some work done today.
Here, we'll just keep them muted. Actually, we'll turn them up a little bit so you can
That way
kind
you
of...
can feel it. So what'd you feel on the middle of your back right there?
So this is when you're hitting the back where I'm swollen. It just felt cold,
Right,
as you can
turned
see.
blue.
Yeah, so it goes from white, and then like when you said the skin gets to the cold temp, it turns blue in that spot.
Right.
That's insane, dude. That's so gnarly. So, but then does it stop on its own, or do you have to stop
Well,
it?
if I continue in that one spot, it will stop on its own.
Okay.
That's where we're working with his feet right there.
Tell you, you're working me. That's pretty bad in there.
So this
Yeah,
is
and,
my
and this is
ankle.
what we were explaining earlier, where he does all his foot... Oh, there's Daddy right there.
I'm good.
These are good, man. There's my big old quad. Look at that monster, dude. Clearly,
Yeah, there's seconds counting down on that thing and a temperature sensor that's built in.
what happened here? Oh, it paused on us. I don't know why. Yeah, dude. You can literally see me shaking. Also, you might see a little wiener in frame, guys. You might get a little peek at that guy. But yeah, dude, that left knee was really bothering me from overextending, dude. And honestly, it feels pretty good today.
Yeah.
Seriously, like several hours after having this done. Because again, guys, this is just like earlier today.
So that ball sitting there vibrating.
Yeah, and what's that ball called again?
It's just vibration ball. It was like a bonus thing. And I see these things up on
You don't remember the brand?
well, it's off my Turbo 3D shaker from #LifePro.
Because I would almost buy one for myself.
Well, it was like a bonus thing. And Hyperice, the Normatec builders, they have a vibrating ball, which is kind of what I was leading into before we started recording. So that vibrating ball, what I'm doing right there, they're actually doing it. I don't know if they caught me and started doing this shit, or I don't know, man. But
Really?
I'm here to tell you can feel everything through it so much faster. Everything pops out.
But you
And,
did mention, though, well, I'll bring this up later.
It's easy to make those things pop that are hurting you.
But, dude, yeah, that, damn, dude, look at my calf muscles, bro.
Yeah,
You
standing
were
out,
cold.
brother.
You were really flexing it on that
You were
one.
like hating life for a second for whatever reason.
Oh, I am flexing there.
Yeah.
He said, don't do that anymore.
Just trying to get through this moment, the intensity of pain.
It's a whole new foot.
Yeah, it's getting through the initial.
Yeah,
It's
just
not-
a simple minute to minute half.
And just so
any area that you're in pain, it brings back the circulation.
Yeah.
Life is coming back.
And just
man.
so you guys, if you're watching on the YouTube and you're seeing this right now, obviously he's treating us for strictly like running, cycling, swimming, because we're doing this triathlon in 4 weeks.
And then after it gets frozen, you go over basically again with a massage ball. Now this one is Brian's foot, I believe.
Going
But
up his calf.
mine, I have some nice damage in my ankle that we were able to feel and start working on.
Right.
Yeah. Yeah, I mean, I'm telling you, it's a total game changer. Now, I think you go somewhere to, let's say you travel to, I want to touch on this too.
And this is the back of the neck.
This is kind of how we initiate normally, right?
Yeah.
To kind of
This is how we normally start off.
core temp.
Quite simply, it's going to get your endorphins going, and your neck and 30 seconds in there
Yeah.
is really going to juice you up to where you're going to love life. without a doubt, say if I stay in one place too long, it is too much. And being bald is a bonus because I can go up backside of skull even more. Get that C1 area. You know?
Yo. Yeah. It was nice. That little video clip of me when I was laying down and they were asking me and I couldn't even talk right was right after the back of my neck and head.
This just hit me. This just in. Thomas Grimm. Would you shave your head for me?
Yeah, oh, shit. I always said I was going to shave my head or whatever just for fun one day.
He's thinking about it, dude. I might just talk. Are we back at the beginning of the videos? I think we are.
I'm not sure.
I think we already saw this one.
Yeah,
we've already seen these. Yeah, dude. But I'll tell you what. No, so the point I was going to make was, so you were treating us. Obviously, we've been training. I train quite a bit more diligently than Thomas does. But to be fair, in his defense, he does quite a bit more for the show than I do. Right. Video editing just takes up a little bit more of his time than it does mine as far as the audio editing. But anyways, that being said, he's treating us for this triathlon we're doing. And I kind of mentioned in one of the videos there was some pain, but just to be clear, I'm a huge pussy, just so we're clear. Like anything on my feet, ankles, and knees. I
don't think that necessarily you were experiencing pain.
It was like a sting.
Like an unusual feeling. It's like... It's like putting an ice pack on and you're at that cusp of where that ice pack is like kind of hurting but not hurting.
Yeah, like normally if it were that and you were in control of it, you would just take it off and you're like, oh, I'm good. Right. No, but the whole point is to go past that. Yeah. And the whole point is to go past that like little initial sting.
Just a couple seconds.
Yeah, just past that sting of that ice pack. That's the whole point. So when you hear me whining and complaining, or if you're watching on YouTube and you're seeing me whine and complain also, looking at my super athletic knees, I'm just being a baby.
You were saying as well, though, that this stuff can help take off some extra fat or whatever, or lose skin or whatever. And we actually have some photos to throw into the show and tell as well.
Actually, let me go back to this
So when I went with you to Louisville, you go there about every weekend and you ice this boxing ring. You ice the dude's girlfriend, and then you ice some of his fighters as well.
Right.
And these photos, if you can go actually pull up the boots as well, the boots we were talking about.
No. So we'll hit the boots first because the boots were... Oh, that was like a live photo. But yeah, basically, these are the Normatec boots that he was referencing, the Normatec little shaker ball thing. But these are the folks that are notorious for these boots. They kind of started this trend, and these are the blood pressure cuff midget massagers that we were talking about. They're so sick, dude.
He's got such descriptive fucking words. And I gotta just go ahead and clarify this. Vibrating ball came from #LifePro.
Oh, I thought you said it was Normatec. No. I lied.
Normatec is actually making some, though.
Oh, I slipped. I'm sorry.
It's all good.
It was from #who?
LifePro.
LifePro.
I got a 3D turbo shaker that only costs $250. You should buy one, use it morning and night.
I want to get
Call me up.
I want to get
help you.
I want to get that vibrating
organize
ball.
What to do.
I want to get that vibrating ball.
Yeah, because I have the lacrosse ball and it doesn't vibrate, and that thing works wonders. I can't imagine if it vibrated or even had the grooves the ribbing.
You might just pre-jack, dude. You might have a little pre-jack sitch going on. No, just kidding. But
these were the boots we referenced towards the beginning, and then
those are the boots we were talking about earlier, and then we kind of get into the adipose tissue breakdown. Now that's what we were getting into earlier. Now, if you can, we'll go ahead and have you kind of describe what's happening. Oh, not the juice. Ignore the juice.
That's good stuff.
Yeah, love that juice though. Now who's this young lady?
This young lady is...
You don't have to give her name.
Yeah, no. So she's getting a little wrap done, okay? So the front half of your abs, I would do for $45 typically.
What's a wrap?
A wrap goes all the way around. That's a wrap, much like your chicken tenders inside your lunch.
But is it like a damn cryo... Is it
all
like
the way around? All the way around. So a wrap all the way around your thigh. Okay, I didn't do your shin today. I just did like back half.
Oh, you're saying with the gun
all the way around.
It's not like a wrap cloth thing.
No, that I would go all the way around. I would wrap you.
I got you. Okay. So you're referencing the gun
and what I do.
Okay, got it.
Protocols and treatments.
So you did the wrap with her,
right?
Okay. Sorry.
And she has literally trimmed up inches. It's very obvious. We've been over a few times since.
Well, even in this photo, you can see some in the thigh.
Right.
A little bit in the thigh.
The thigh is even trimmed up, butt's trimmed up, all kinds of stuff trimmed up. And I got to tell you, the more you show where you want it done, I can definitely get to it. So if you're wearing like a G-string, I'm okay with that. I don't give a shit. I could do a butt lift, and maybe shrink down. I know a lot of guys are wanting all that butt.
Can you? I was going to say, can you make my cake bigger? That's what the kids are calling it now, cake. Can you make my cake bigger?
Go ahead and throw something inside there and do some lunges.
Yeah, dude. All right, so same girl. One more picture though. Two more pictures. Sorry.
Yeah, so the old one is on the right and the new one's on the left.
Now, like we had discussed earlier, it's a little hard. Thomas is convinced we see a difference here in the arms. I'm not convinced, only because it's two different poses here.
Yeah, me too.
Now, I'm a skeptic by nature, so I don't want to feel like I'm attacking you.
But you can still see the difference in the backside of the thighs.
Look at these legs, though. Literally a huge game changer. Same stance, same everything. Yeah, and like... That's night and day difference. Like
our Grimm and Day.
Yeah, Grimm and Day difference. Here's Grimm over here, and then here's Day over here. Clearly an athlete. You know what I'm saying?
Go.
Right. Clearly.
Yeah, she had a little bit of a hiccup with her health and kind of slipped off the track. She was a well-to-do individual. And then
what does that mean? You're not the only person that's ever said that to me. What does well-to-do mean?
Man, I don't understand. Everybody is well-to-do that hasn't slipped from the cracker. Your cheese slide off your cracker? I think your cheese is sliding off your cracker.
Are you using racial slurs towards me, sir? No, I'm just joking. No, I don't understand, though. So, like, are you saying that, like, she was on a hard regimen and then...
No.
It was more so that she was on a strict, but she had a lot going on. Like, she had a routine and everything, but then it's like work got so crazy that you kind of dropped the ball on your physical fitness journey.
Well, if you drop the ball, what if something just happens like a fucking car wreck?
Right.
I mean, come on, man. A car wreck happens, and it will change your life.
There's one more photo.
Oh, shit. Sorry, dude. I thought I was back entranced in the conversation. I really like talking to you, Jeremy.
No,
first
thank
off,
you.
You're very enjoyable to just generally be around, even if we're not talking shop or whatever. So, like, you're just a very enjoyable person. So I got distracted for a second.
That's what I mean. We talked the whole hour and a half car ride both ways.
But on that point, though, we met a gentleman this weekend, Kelly. I don't want to say his full name, but hopefully, potentially, he'll come onto the show as an interviewee. But a prime example of like someone who once had a fully functioning, perfect body. He was very physically active.
So he was well-to-do.
And he was well-to-do. I'm going to start using that. He was very well-to-do. He rides motorcycles and dropped a crotch rocket, a Buell.
No, somebody pulled out, I think, in front of him and he hit him.
Oh, yeah, but he laid his Buell down. Yeah. So he went from the Buell to a Sportster, and when we met him just last night, actually, when we were talking shop earlier, but yeah, we met him last night. And yeah, he kind of told us his story about how he got his femur like repositioned and plated up and bolts and screws in his hip, and like
he's a perfect candidate.
Now he's on a walker, and I'm telling you, all it takes is for me to get him in the studio and be like, "Hey, man, have you heard of this guy?" And that's the whole point of this show, is that we're just networking amongst what's available here in Evansville, Indiana. So if you've got a story to tell, we'll have you in, and then hey, check out all these other stories. Has something like this afflicted you? Boom. Now you got
that's what we do. We reach out. We're like little spiders in that.
And you're very good about that too. Like he was mentioning that when we were at his place earlier today, how you're so adamant about like, we got to get to people. And that's why you went the mobile route. Like it's hard to get the name out, but the fact that you're willing and able to go and get to the people, that's a game changer.
And the events too, the more events you do, the more you're going to be noticed in the community, or the more you attend these events. And
we do have an event coming up October 12th. Southern Combat Sports, I believe it's what it's called.
Yeah. And where is that at? Is that in Evansville? Or
I believe it's going to happen at the Coliseum. They're bringing a little bit of life back into it. Say Hook and Shoot itself kind of died off.
The Coliseum, where's that?
It's right across the street from where you got married. The old school building with the brown doors. They call that the Coliseum.
Yeah. They're doing it there?
I think so.
That's gnarly, dude.
I actually have it on my Facebook. It isn't too far down in one of my posts. But yeah, October 12th is coming up. And man, I think this is the first fight back in Evansville in like years.
other than guns and hoses.
Yeah.
We talked about the hook and shoot, which blows my mind.
Hook and shoot. See, it died off.
It blows my mind because, like,
You couldn't get enough people in.
Elizabethtown, Kentucky has been doing E-Town Beatdown for fucking 30 years.
All these other communities are striving with this shit.
And that's like a town of like, what, 7,000 people, 10,000 people? You're a major metropolitan area of 120,000, 150,000 people that live here and want to be here and do things here and see concerts and fights, and they want to fight. And how did we lose hook and shoot? How is October the first fight that Evansville, Indiana is seeing?
Because people start with hooks in the streets and they end with shoots. You know, that's the Franklin motto.
That's just Jimtown trash air there.
Dude, I was born in Jimtown, bro. No, I'm just joking, but I hung out in Jimtown a lot, man. Yeah, dude, Jimtown, shout out, dude. You guys been doing it right for a long time. I saw a guy one time using a microwave in his front yard in Jimtown.
Was he cooking edibles?
I don't know. Probably meth.
It probably wasn't his house. He probably carried the toaster to his neighbor's
He's
house.
got an extension running out of the fucking basement or something. I swear to you, I saw a microwave being used in a front yard not far from First Avenue in Jimtown. So just take that knowledge with you.
Maybe somebody that's listening didn't tune into the first episode. Do you want to touch on some of the benefits real fast?
Yeah, like just rerun
circulation,
capillary constriction and dilation.
Yeah, you know, if you have post-trauma surgery, whatnot, they cut you open, you have trauma. That's trauma.
I want to talk pre-trauma.
So the mobility comes back after that. First treatment of the scar and post-trauma, say the scars of your childhood, I don't think we ever get to.
You don't think the freezing can reach those layers?
We do not have a table lay down on and talk that long.
Cryo doesn't fix Asperger's, dude. No, we had a guest on not too long ago, Alex Morgan. He's a phenomenal drummer. First and foremost, a phenomenal drummer, but then also arguably Evansville's photographer. Arguably. He does a lot of work for the city, like contracted municipally. So just a really great guy, puts out a lot of great work, and just overall really great time to talk about. If you haven't seen that episode, check it out. It's like episode 54 or something, 62, somewhere in there. Alex Morgan. But he broke his hip. Remind me?
He had to get his hip replaced.
But before he got surgery, he was prehabbing the muscles of that hip that he knew he was going to suffer,
right?
That were going to atrophy. So he worked out all these muscles around at the best he could, and then got the surgery, and then did post surgery rehab. So my question to you is, and one thing we hadn't really touched on this yet in the previous episode, but I want to know, is there like any benefit to, like, if someone is going to get a surgery, do you offer something that may help them? Well,
it depends on the severity,
or
and perhaps maybe he doesn't need surgery.
Mm-hmm.
You know, there's such a stories out there like Joe Dispenza. I'll just bring that one out. This guy, he healed himself with his mind. He was a doctor to begin with.
He's a gypsy.
No, but he does do some live stuff. He's got quite a few followers, and I believe he uses
Joe Dispenza.
Yeah, it's a lot like Rogan and Goggins, or not Rogan. A lot like Wim Hof and Goggins.
Yeah,
in a way.
this guy's in
they're able
class
to
on
do
his own,
things,
man.
you know, like David Goggins out here finishing 100-mile races and kidney failure and all this stuff. And
how about Bob Proctor working till he's 88 years old and earning $1 billion at the end of his life, and then leaving a legacy for people to find?
I just think that, like, it's mental power, and that's something that, like, our generation, you know, like, our cell phones take so much mental power, or like mental computing away.
Oh yeah, it's just so automated and not.
You actually think better than a computer. A computer just gives you answers, whereas you don't trust your intuition near enough.
Well, a computer can solve a puzzle, but not in the same way that the human mind can. It's very, very, very intriguing the way that the human mind is versus, and we know nothing about the human brain. We know literally 1%.
And that's where Joe Dispenza is actually taking these people. Okay, he's hooking them up to MRI brain scan. And he is getting them to this point. And it's all in breath work and believing in faith and breath work. Breath is strong. Meditation is strong.
The brain is strong, man. It blows my mind. You can, not to like derail this entire conversation, I'll bring it right back after this. But the point I wanted to make is that like, the pure like will to survive. Like if you are in a situation, if your mind was just like stagnant and you're in a life or death situation where death is most likely going to happen and you're stagnant mentally, you're just going to die. That's what's going to happen. But if you have the will to live or the hope to live or the faith to live, like the human mind is beyond enthralling. It's something that's
even Wim Hof is saying that you are a walking prescription in your head.
You've got to have the right mindset.
All you got to do is just breathe and hold your breath a little bit, man. And if you can't do it the first time you got COPD or whatever, take your time. Take your time. Do what you can.
And I don't want to derail too far from Tommy's question, but I wanted to make that point. But again, so if this is their first time hearing you, maybe they haven't heard the first episode. What are some of the benefits to cryotherapy?
Oh man, that brings back circulation.
Yep, we mentioned that.
Definitely. That's like tip top right there. So after you got sprayed, you felt a warmth. Even though you were cold that instant, the warmth just came rushing in, didn't it? You start sweating.
Bro, I was sweating.
Yeah,
I was sweating.
It's like, holy shit, what's
like
going
my
on
belly,
to myself?
Laying on, because you had me laying on my
I can get to your calves.
You had my bee hole pointed towards the ceiling. You know what I'm saying?
That little brown dude.
Yeah, dude, on my belly, bruh. I was so sweaty. Like the crease between my abs was so. My belly button was sweaty. You know, my nether regions was getting a little warmed up. Not excited, just so we're clear. But they were getting warmed up, and I was just like, there was a lot of perspiration going on. But yeah, so it definitely heats you up, get your body like fired up.
Instant.
Yeah. And then what else? I mean, so circulation's a good one.
We talked in the first episode a good pain supplement to substitute for like an opiate or
come off your opiates, guys. That's what I'm out business for. Those things suck. They change your life.
They'll fucking ruin you. Tell you. They'll fucking ruin you.
Take you down a dark, deep hole.
We all know somebody that's... and that's one thing that nobody ever just sits down and talks about. But like that, like we all know somebody that has abused the big pharma's...
Well, how about our vets,
ticket.
Dude? 1 in 20 die every 20 minutes, man. 1 in 20. 1 in 20.
Yeah, I'm telling you, man. It's nothing to joke around with, man. If you're prescribed to something, you need to look at it as a crutch, and you need to get your fucking.
So it can help with pain management. It can help with blood flow and circulation. It can help with trimming fat off your body.
I could even help your digestive tract. How about sleep?
Right, and then
oh shit,
we were talking about pressure points with Duda, like the back of the neck. You said that we should sleep like babies tonight.
Yeah. You already took a nap though.
Yeah, you're right. And I slept
He's
good.
a fucking nappy bitch, dude. He just takes a nap.
I do
all the
take
time.
naps on the weekends.
I'm the kind of guy that.
But you do
does
burn
not nap.
calories. I mean, that's what this cryotherapy does. Is it kind of throws you out there to where your body says, "Whoa, what happened?" And you start getting hot. Well, you're actually burning 500 to 600 calories for that 15, 20 minutes that I just introduced all that, because your body does react to this. Your blood gets pumping. You had your heart monitor on.
Oh, yeah.
You know, and your body's rushing 4 times the size in your resting capillaries. That's what they come to. Man, that's so much blood in that area. That's why you got so damn hot, man.
Dude, yeah, and I'll tell you, it was a sweaty situation. I felt like I was back in combat, dude.
And
I felt
localized targeted cryotherapy is the best. It brings back everything that you want.
Which is totally, and then one thing, like to touch back on the death of the week from a couple months ago that we had, that gal was in a cryo chamber. Now, you folks don't do cryo chambers, correct?
No.
Now, is that ever anything you'd be interested in the future?
Absolutely. Since we get brick and mortar store, I hope to get a electric chamber. It'd be nice to go big and, you know, get the one you stand in that you wear a hat in versus leave your head out. Because getting that vagus nerve is everything, man.
Yeah, so I was gonna say though, this is like I would consider this alternative medicine Would you call
Absolutely.
it alternative
It's holistic medicine.
Holistic. That's the word I was looking for. So there's like one thing on this 3 hours we got to spend together on this drive. I learned a lot. I read a lot of audiobooks, listen to a lot of stuff. I'm pretty far out there in some aspects. And we were talking about
in all aspects, dude. He's fucking way out.
But we were talking about like other holistic features such as Saraguru, talking about like grounding. How some people out there will like
that takes down
dig a
swelling.
hole and bury their feet and put dirt back on top of their feet and everything along those lines. I was gonna say like I feel like we were talking about dandelions and everything, Brian. And there's an episode that hasn't actually aired, and I don't even know if we have the recording still. But I was looking up about eating dandelions or whatever, and
it's good cancer prevention. It helps your digestive tract.
But I was just
I'm soaking it all
Brian's
in.
just sitting here soaking it in.
I'm
But I was just
soaking
gonna
it
say
in,
like you're pretty well versed in holistic ways and like keeping your mind clear and everything. And like a lot of people nowadays, you don't find too many people that know about Wim Hof breathing or the just learning how to breathe appropriately and how it can change. Or
how about changing your facial structure, breathing through your nose?
Right.
Yeah, I've heard. Actually, a friend of mine was trying to teach me to breathe the other day. She has a yogi, right?
Right. Yogis are the best. I love them.
She's got a yogi she's been dealing with a little bit. I say dealing with. I don't know what that really. She's got a yogi. She's been doing yoga. So she gets to know this yogi a little bit, and then they meet off the cuff one day, and they're just hanging out, like having a drink or something.
Some tea.
Or whatever.
Dandelion tea.
What have you. Foot pizza and dandelion tea. And he says, I want to teach you to breathe one day. And she was like, well, what do you mean? I know how to breathe. And he said, no, through your nose. She was like, yeah, I can do that. I close my mouth often. Just exactly like what you're doing. Like I just close my mouth and I breathe through my nose often intentionally. Like I focus on it. And he goes, no, I'm going to teach you how to breathe. Inhale through this one. Exhale through this one.
That's a different way.
Inhale through this one. Exhale through that one. And literally like constrict. So only breathe through your nose, but then constrict that breathing even more.
They actually did a study on this process. And
you know what I'm talking about?
Well, yeah. So technically, whatever nostril you breathe into, the oxygen affects that side of the brain.
There you go.
So if you're breathing more from your left nostril, you're gonna have a clearer thinking process. And I believe if you breathe through your right side, that's where you get more of like your creativity.
Imagination.
So like your people that are like schizophrenic, they tend to actually breathe more through their right nostril than they do their left nostril.
Like that. Don't talk about my family
your
like that.
Body, you also get a combination of your left brain and right brain to actually talk to each other better.
But that's what he was basically essentially working on is like hemisyncing. It's getting your left and right hemisphere of your brain to fire and sync.
So okay. We've kind of covered a lot in the last 40 minutes, 30 minutes, whatever it's been, 30, 40 minutes. I'm not sure where we're at here. But what do you see in one big question that I had last time that I didn't get to ask, and I'm glad that I'm asking it now that you sound beautiful and clear and crisp.
Awesome.
Like the stud that you are. What do you think the future of cryotherapy looks like? If you and get as crazy as you want, we can go 50 years in advance or 5 years in advance. But what do you think the future of cryotherapy looks like?
Yeah. Do you ever think there'll be a point where we can be like Han Soloed and
are we gonna micro freeze bone marrow? Like, what do you think is in the future for cryotherapy?
Well, I think we can help a lot of people. I think I could possibly get a few people trained in this aspect and franchise it.
No, I didn't necessarily mean like for you. I just meant in the technology,
like almost
itself.
like the boots. Like, do you think that like they'll come out with a new piece of technology along the boots for like a full body? Or
have you thought about that?
Yeah, and I kind of wait around to see what kind of tools are out there, and this is the tool.
This is the tool. Like,
this is the tool.
Yeah.
I see what you're talking about. So
yeah, like what's coming next after the gun, after the boots, after the cryo chambers?
just
like
it.
I see in my head, just to give you food for thought, like I'm thinking like way in the future, but I have this kind of brain that like thinks outside of I'm a big science fiction guy. So like I love Isaac Asimov, I Am Robot, New Foundation, et cetera, et cetera.
127 hours.
Yeah. So my point, so like in my mind, like I think about one day that we'll have a port and like on your body somewhere, and that port.
Have you seen this movie?
No. But let me explain
You're
my
going
point.
upload yourself?
No. But the port is going to be like if you're someone who subscribes to this cryotherapy, they plug you to this port, and then it micro freezes your bone marrow in a designated place by this computer.
So there's this movie that just came out, and it just
cuts
aired.
me off. Like it doesn't like.
Well, it goes along the lines. So they have this back,
damn it.
and so they take people that got like this guy got in a car wreck and got thrown out of his front windshield, like drinking and driving or whatever, right? So they're like, you're gonna go to jail for drinking and driving when you wake up from your coma, or whatever, or when you get better, or you can go to this facility. We'll run some tests on you for 6 months, and then you're free. And what they do is they give you this box, and it attaches to your spine, and in it are these different chemical compounds of this nutrient, and the doctor controls your dosage. So like one makes it almost like ecstasy, and they can release it into your endorphins, or one's like
you can
angry
do that with
and
your own breath.
right, exactly. And
You're
that's what I was
you're
thinking
getting
about some of
intense
these.
with it.
But that's similar to what you're
Yeah.
talking about.
That was my question to him. I was just giving that to him as an example. But have you ever thought about like the future of like, what if I could just like, what if we? Yeah, I mean, I don't know. Have you ever thought about
Like,
anything
what
like
if-
that?
Well, holistic healing. All right.
The
It
future
means
of holistic
wholeness.
healing, yeah.
Wholeness. I don't know. Come in and do a protocol like VA. I don't know. Give you first 10 medicines. I don't think so. What we would talk about is what you're doing for yourself and potentially get you on the right path to help you along the way. We're going back to the herbs.
You think
Gaia.
you think?
Oh yeah.
Do you think that society will go to a more holistic route with the way things are
As soon as they
trending?
wake the fuck up.
I think you're living in a fantasy. I think it's only going to get worse.
Well,
Yeah,
then I was
maybe.
gonna also
I
approach
know.
that if like you said, if they wake up or whatever, do you think the same way a lot of these fitness guys, like we just had a guy on that'll air the week before this that does fitness, and he started his process and he trimmed himself up, and then people were like, "How'd you get so cut?" And he was like, "Well, I did this," and he trained a few people, and then after that, he worked them into.
And those shining stars just come blistering out occasionally. We talk about Wim Hof. We talk, and they sit there and punch themselves. You talk about that struggle on that fucking hill. You made it,
Oh,
didn't
yeah.
you?
I
Shut
always
the fuck up.
I always make it.
All right, shut the fuck up. Push yourself past the
Oh
point.
yeah.
David Goggins talks about that. He was like mile 88. He did that shit on bike, and he was running.
18 hours.
Okay.
You're talking about the 100
Yeah,
mile
yeah.
qualifier? Yeah.
And you actually have to pack yourself with nutrition to actually do that sort of shit, and it takes a lot of training.
Well, that's what I was gonna say. Is do you think eventually when you guys get this brick and mortar and you have all these other options to offer, do you think that you guys are gonna go into maybe like a holistic consulting route, maybe to where you consult people?
That's not a bad idea.
that
Because
would be ideal.
you have a wealth of knowledge on this stuff,
Yeah.
and we still haven't even scratched the surface, even being an hour, an
Hour
hour
into
in.
it.
But like,
I know we have wasted like 30 minutes
We've
easy.
got like 1% of what I offer, man.
but like I wanted to touch on these facts of like we were talking about dandelions, we're talking about all this stuff. You have all this knowledge, and then like I was gonna ask, tell the people, some of these people that you look up to, like we were talking about, like we talked about Sour Guru, we talked about Wim Hof, we talked about David Goggins, we talked about there's a guy that what was his name? You sent Ram Dass.
Ram
How
Dass.
about
Aubrey Marcus?
Oh yeah.
There's a list of Dr. Rhonda Patrick. Man, if you haven't looked into her, you're missing out.
That's what I was gonna say. If you wanted to give a shout out to some people that some people should look up to or into,
Rogan.
yeah,
Joe Rogan. Go look up him.
Oh, dude.
And just dive in and continue.
yeah, definitely some solid stuff. Has some solid people on, but I think that like those people that do go in and maybe somebody does try to get leaned off opiates, and they do have, like they got put on opiates for.
Oh, you're bringing up earthquake forecasting, man.
Oh, is this not DOS? I thought this was DOS.
Dutch Sense.
Oh.
Dutch Sense is earthquake forecasting.
Oh, I got the names confused. Because I knew you sent me a couple links earlier.
RAM, RAM,
RAM.
space DAS. I think it's 2 S's, but I could be wrong.
DAS.
Yeah, that guy right there.
Oh, we looked him up last time.
Yeah, we looked him. Man, this guy is phenomenal.
Yeah, dude, we looked him up last time.
I did not set my shit like I said I would.
No, you're good.
Right.
But no, you said, we have wasted 30 minutes talking about BS. So I want to get down to the nitty gritty in these last couple minutes. Like, what is it that you do offer to this community that isn't fully cognizant even of cryotherapy, and B, who isn't even aware that it's here? So they don't know what it is, and they don't even know that it's here. So, like, what do you offer to essentially a majority of Evansville who doesn't know that it's here, and they don't know what it is? They don't know what it is, and they don't know it's here. So what do you offer to those guys?
Pain relief, take swelling away. If you have mobility issues, we could help you any aspect of it. Post-trauma, there's a list of it, and a lot of it comes down to nutrition. Ibuprofen kills 80,000 people. You should consider
getting
apple cider vinegar.
Yeah.
And actually just using that Left Pro shaker. It actually makes your liver work, makes your lymph system function better.
And that's the little ball we were talking about earlier.
No, that's the plate that you did not stand upon. And we didn't bring it. I forgot, man.
Damn it. No, it's okay. It's okay. But that's the site that I literally just pulled up. Literally, my wires are just going everywhere right now.
That's awesome.
Dude, I have ADD, and it's just hard to keep up.
Right.
But so you're offering to the average person like any sort of like pain management or mobility issues they may have in their from their neck to their toe.
Absolutely.
Neck to toe.
Toe to head.
Yeah.
Because if you shave your head, Thomas, we can get to that point right on top.
We gotta get him
I've
to
had
shave his head.
acupuncture before right on top. And if we actually do cryotherapy right on top, oh my God, man. Your brain lights up.
We get back to that pre-jack situation again.
Hey, man.
I'm joking. No, but seriously, though, I bet it's dope. You hit me on the back of the neck and kind of went up a little bit, and I was like,
I didn't hit your full head.
He was in the back of my head, and I was just laying there. I think at one point he thought I passed out or something. I was just like, this feels so good.
I was in the boot, so I didn't know what was going on up there.
I did think he passed out because CO2, man. It actually makes it kind of hard to breathe.
Yeah.
So if you're in a position like you were, I was kind of concerned about you passing out or, feeling a little dizzy or woozy or whatever.
I felt amazing.
But you're laid down the whole time, too.
Right.
Just so we're clear, yeah.
Right. Well, got to make sure you got enough oxygen.
Right.
So, and then lastly, last question from me. What's the future for Cryo Precision Repair?
Well, we are expanding and talking about, doing all kinds of things and becoming brick and mortar. Not in just Evansville, hopefully a couple of other places, because I can see the niche needs to be filled.
There's nobody doing it. There's no
I'm doing.
And there's a demand for it too. There's so many athletics in this area, but not even, just athletics alone. There's that, that chunk. And then you got people that are in the gym, and then you got people that could use it for health,
All right, you're trying to get back to health after you done, and you had your shit together. Now you don't, and you want some help.
You were well to do. I just wanted to say that. I don't know. Sorry. No, but man, I think that there's nobody here doing what you guys do. I think you're crushing it.
Well, and that localized is a game changer. You could pay to get your whole body done, but that it's not going to be the same as
you're missing out.
If you think
I'm expensive, dog, go get a Chinese foot massage. Go get this, that, the other. By the time you're into a pretty decent week and you feel pretty good, by the time you got 3-4 modalities done, you could have spent half the money with me.
That's what I'm saying, man. And then, like, I think that's like what you guys offer. First off, you're the only ones in Evansville that are really doing I hesitate to say the only ones. There was a cryotherapy business for a while that was doing chambers, full body chambers, but I don't know what they're doing anymore. I don't know if they're even open anymore. But anyways, that being said, you guys are the most active doing the cryotherapy.
Yeah, we go to events without doubt.
And you guys are active. You're out and you're about and you're doing your thing, and that's phenomenal. It's huge. But it's getting the name out there and getting to people, and that's what you do. So I think that with how new you guys are, it will take some time, but I think I like your answer as far as what's in the future. You guys are expanding. I think that's good. I don't know what's going to happen with that. I'm excited to have you back next year, maybe 2023, and we re-talk. Or maybe less than that. Maybe before the end of 2022, maybe something's changed. I don't know.
You guys might actually sit down and talk to a few gyms and see what's going on, see what's up. If we get these guys from rookie level to MMA, UFC type. Oh yeah. I've worked on a few of them. Yeah, they are definitely scoring more, especially when they have a hurt shoulder and I start with their feet. Yeah, dude. Like, what the fuck's going on?
Could you imagine? I used to play the boxing game for like the Xbox or whatever, and like in the middle of the match, like, when they go to the corner, you got to like ice and iron their face or whatever, you know? Could you imagine like somebody's in a fight and they got to get their face iced and somebody whips that out?
I tell you, if you are, already with me or with somebody with us still, which I, whatever, you will probably see somebody like that. And man, he might be the worst boxer and just, he'll learn to go ahead and quit, telegraphing that his left is down when he throws a right, and his left eye won't be so pounded, but it'll take somebody like me to freeze out that spot real quick, and you won't see that black eye the next day, man.
Right.
You won't see that black eye the next day.
Oh man, dude. And then like the acne treatment, staying on the face thing, like Duda, the last time you were in.
Acne treatment does take a couple times. Depends on severity.
Yep. It's different for everybody, but essentially like it's good for everything. Like
and not a lot of people also need to know that not everything can be worked out in one session. Just like my ankle.
My ankle is
trashed. Fucked. You know what I mean?
Your ankle is fucking garbage, dude.
Yeah, the ankle of a 90-year-old.
Give me two more times, we'll be,
dude. He's got rheumatoid arthritis over here, bro.
He's got something going on.
He's 140 years old. This is Benjamin Button.
Yeah, this ankle's terrible.
Well, he will be by the time we turn him back around.
This is Benjamin Gosling over here,
Benjamin Button.
Dude, hold on.
God bless you.
Oh, dude, that went everywhere.
All on your mic.
But no, I'm looking forward to. I think that's a very good answer. Expansion, and I know it's going to happen.
And you are expanding since the last time.
Last questions or?
Well, I was gonna say before we get to. Well, we could just go ahead and hit advice. Any advice you have for people out there that we'll do it two-parter. Advice for people in general. Maybe on the business aspect of starting a business or following your passion. And then we'll do one on advice for somebody that's interested in cryotherapy.
So, okay, advice for everybody. Breathe and ground yourself. Take ACV at night. And
what's ACV?
Apple cider vinegar.
Okay.
And eat during the day only.
How much ACV do you take before you go to bed?
I don't take too much unless I'm feeling it.
Teaspoon?
So tablespoon is ideal. A teaspoon is a little bit little. Full blown shot, like a liquor shot. Go ahead, give me a Crown shot.
Yeah.
Yeah. So
you want to do a Tito shot?
No.
No. You got to ride after this.
Yeah, I'm fine. I'm good. But like a shot of liquor. So, and be prepared to chase it. And if you're having trouble breathing, your esophagus swollen, whatnot, man, ACV is an instant cure.
Well, even water fasting will change your mucus lining enough to where you can get rid of a lot of that mucus and congestion as well. They were talking a new thing I've been reading into is if you do a water fast,
stop drinking water?
No, a water fast.
Stay hydrated.
What are we talking about?
A water fast
that's
is
just it.
where
I'm learning something.
A water fast is where you only drink water.
Oh, that's fair.
And so
that's fair.
you can take you can take the supplement called Zoo-Poo, and you can just shit it all out instead.
Careful.
And that's what's called Zoo-Poo. But you can take this, and it'll
Sounds like
cause you to shit your brains out for like 2 days. And
Sounds like a sexual fetish.
It drains. It takes your mucus lining out of your intestines for you.
What about your testicles?
I think they stay fine.
Okay.
But or you can drink only water for like 15 days straight, and it'll clean your mucus lining out, and you'll get to the point where you're just shitting out black sludge, which is your mucus lining, and it resets your biome of your gut, basically.
So a couple weeks of ACV, I can tell you do definitely have some interesting shits.
Yeah.
I'm glad this is the end of the podcast. Talk about shit.
Yeah, exactly. Nothing about what you said had me jacked.
But those are like the greens. The greens, like I do like a.
He said, "What the fuck, dude?"
I do like an essential
Shit podcast.
an essential greens drink, and it's like you took freshly cut
dude.
grass from the lawn and blended it
Oh,
up.
absolutely. You get full of iron and eat from an iron pan, cast iron pan. How else you gonna get the Spark of Life by Dr. CB? There's somebody that's dead and gone that everybody should be missing.
Yeah, what are some of the people
You're
you look up
asking
to?
another question. He didn't even answer your second question.
So cryotherapy.
What
was that third part?
The second question was, what's your advice to someone who is considering cryotherapy but maybe is nervous about
On the
it?
edge? Man, I'll
They've
treat
heard
you
me
right.
crying in the videos of being a huge
Absolutely.
pussy.
I hear you
Like-
crying. Or maybe you've experienced whole body cryo and had a kind of a bad experience like I did.
And now they don't
shaking
know what to,
frantically.
Yeah.
And you lose control. You start to convulge just so damn much. Well,
Yeah, so
your
what's your
liver
advice to
needs
them?
a reset.
Yeah.
You know, there's all kinds of aspects to this. Your liver needs to be reset. We could help you with that, but I need to know a lot of what's going on. If you shook violently a whole body chamber, man, there's some issues going on, and your adrenal glands need to be helped, and your vagus nerve can be reset. There's all kinds of things we can help you with. Nutrition, without doubt, is key. Autoimmune diseases can be corrected with carnivore diet.
Well, and I think a lot of people also need to approach it almost like a therapeutic situation. Like
Absolutely.
when you come in to get iced is what I've been calling it. But when you go in to get
Sorry,
iced,
you a
So
fucking
much more than ice.
Are you a
frozen?
Are you
When
a
you come in to get frozen?
methamphetamines dealer all of a sudden?
Yeah, bro.
Hey, come on down to Daddy's house and I'll get you iced up. I'm
I
like,
got that
dude, why
ice.
do you got to make it sound?
Actually,
fucking...
sounds like Jimtown. Somebody rolling by.
Yeah, dude, like they got a fucking microwave in
got
their front
iced.
yard.
But but I was saying, like, you got to go in and you kind of got to be you got to be honest. You know what I mean? You got to be like, yo, like my groin's hurting up in here.
Yeah,
you know what I
yeah.
mean? And
That's
it's
where we
it's
need
hurting
a
here or
private
in this
place.
way or you know, like
What is happening?
I just think
Well,
like
you
a
gotta
lot of
shift
it.
that shit out of the way. That's what's going to happen.
Do you have a
I was
question?
I was just saying that like when you go in, you just got to be honest. Like if you're like
Yeah,
if your shoulder's hurting,
Man, if
and
you
you're
know
like,
where
oh,
you're
it's
hurt,
yeah.
that helps me so much. We could talk
Exactly.
about how we go about it, you know, because there's all kinds of areas to the body that I'm going to reach through your feet, and then I'll treat that spot that hurts,
Right.
much like I did with your back. I could see the swelling in your back, but your foot's so messed up that it's causing some of those back pains,
Right.
brother.
I have one more question.
Hit it.
How long? All right, between the three of us.
And the rest of the world.
Well, this is where my mind goes because I think I'm retarded. Well, you can't say retarded anymore, but I think I'm stupid. But immediately we were wrapping this show up, and I was just thinking, how long do you think you would last with one of the like the nozzle that you had on my ankle in the video? How long do you think you'd last with that on your beehole?
Oh, wow.
Who do you actually don't even answer that? Who do you think lasts longer?
Okay, that's the start of the next podcast. We are going to open with me spraying his
Thomas's
brown
beehole.
The
getting
two tones
sprayed.
going
pretty
on.
cold.
Do you think you
I
would
don't know.
last a while?
I think we need to take bets on this shit.
Dude, I'll go for a minute. I'm such a pussy.
No fucking way.
I bet I'm the first one out.
30 seconds?
10
Oh, we're
seconds.
doing two people?
10 seconds. No, I was thinking the three of us. Like, who would go longer?
Oh, I
is my
ain't fucking
question.
doing it.
You wouldn't
I'll
do
do
it.
Fuck no.
Let's get like me, you, and ZB.
Oh, Berenson would do it.
Yeah.
Would you free somebody's beehole?
Yeah, I'd do it for you.
Hey, dude, you heard it here on the Days Grimm, guys. No.
Okay, so I'm going to say 22 seconds for him,
Yeah.
and I'm going to
Eight-
say
8
12
for me.
seconds.
Yeah, I definitely.
4 seconds. As soon as it touches my beehole, I'm out.
Man, it's so goddamn cold. What are you thinking about?
we were talking about like mental the strength of the mind, you know, and like Wim Hof running across the desert with no water, or climbing a mountain and swim trunks or whatever. And we were also talking about like the mental strength, you know, like people walking across coals or whatever, you know, that's mental. And it, you know, you start to freak out, and then you're going to burn your foot or whatever,
or burn your beehole.
Right. You're not friends with fire then.
But then we were talking about how like when I was like little or whatever, like I turned the sink water on hot and like put my hand in it and just be like, no, it's not hot. It's not hot. It's not hot. Fuck, it's hot. You know, and I just like do that repeatedly until, you know, like you could do it. See how long, you know. We had nothing to do when I was little, basically, you know.
Dude, you didn't grow up in a fucking double wide, bro.
Watertown was
we had a water heater.
Yeah, dude, I just fucking had that rainwater.
Yeah.
Cold.
Room temperature or fucking not. Dude, no, but dude, honestly, at this point, like, I feel like so many questions are just like popping up in my head, and we're nearing the end here, but like, what that tells me is that you're going to have to come in a third time.
Yeah.
Bottom line, I don't know when it is. Later this year, 2022. I think this will air in like September, or I don't even know what day it is now.
This month.
Man,
Yeah,
we
June.
are encroaching July 4th.
Yeah. So, but anyways, my point is, I want to see you again very, very soon. I just genuinely enjoy speaking with you.
Yeah, I think you need another couple treatments before that triathlon.
Yes, please.
I've definitely the boots after.
Yeah, I've got 3 to 4 weeks before I just go murder my body for 3 hours. I'm not super pumped about it. But I will say that I've thoroughly enjoyed meeting and talking to you every single time. It's been 3 times now, and every time I could just go on forever. Yeah. But you will be in again along with the lover lady, hopefully.
Yeah.
And
or maybe we interview her next time. I don't know. Shit just gets wild, dude. We just throw shit in the air and make it happen.
We've already talked about one of the darker moment questions.
Yeah.
So I wanted to wrap up with
dramatic pause. I love that.
I know I lost my train of thought, honestly.
Oh, no, he's
wasn't
just
even a
stupid. That's what it
dramatic
is.
pause.
It wasn't a dramatic pause. What do you want to wrap up on?
Well, I was going to say we already hit on advice, and we already touched on the darkest moment. So I was going to ask, what's keeping you guys going now? So like maybe not even a dark moment, but like, is it exciting because things are new and growing?
What's keeping your fire lit? What's keeping the coals in the fire?
Well, it's helping you out, helping everybody out, getting them out of pain. Simple.
That's it.
That's it.
Just do on others as you would undo to you, or whatever.
Oh, absolutely. I know something
Love
I want
thy
to share
neighbor.
with you.
No, absolutely. Share it.
Yep.
Share away.
That's it. That's what I'm doing.
Oh, that's it.
That you done got it.
That's simple.
I will say though, like you know, they say positivity spreads positivity, or negativity spreads negativity. Like just like the more like waving at people, you wave at people, you're gonna get waved at back.
Oh,
or
absolutely.
you know, like even anytime like I go to the like even today I went to the grocery store and there's like an old lady struggling to get a case of water in her trunk. Like it took no time or energy for me to go and pick that up and put it in her trunk, you know, and I just like went on along my way or whatever. But like you don't see anybody doing that stuff anymore, and like,
nobody.
That
gives a
made
shit.
me feel so good. You know what I mean? Like
absolutely.
so good. Nobody saw it or anything. You know what I mean? Like
It helped
but it's
her
like,
tremendously.
Doing those little things, like the little, like just going out of your way when you don't have to, I think is like something key that people don't realize.
No.
And like helping people brings a whole new positivity.
So
to
if there's
yourself.
one thing I take away from it is you love your neighbor.
Yep.
And I think that we all should. I think
We
that's a big
mentioned that
message.
in the first episode.
Amen.
Yeah, man. If you guys are just listening to this and you're like, who the fuck is this Jeremy guy? Who is Cryo Precision Repair Newburgh on Instagram? Check them out, bruh. I'll tell you who they are. They're a couple of great folks doing a lot of great work and helping out athletes, helping out your average Joe, helping out anybody that's got aches, pains, face acne, adipose tissue, anything you can think of, they can help you out. So just give them a look on Instagram and see some of their work, man. And
Too much adipose tissue.
Exactly. And if you're listening to this podcast and you're not watching on YouTube, first off, subscribe. Then go to YouTube, also subscribe there. Then watch this video, and you're gonna see some of these results, man, and some of the cool shit that they do. So localized cryotherapy, it's where it's at. Jeremy, thank you so much for your time.
Hey, thank you.
I greatly appreciate it. This has been another
Appreciate it, B.
This has been a thrilling episode of the Days Grimm. My name is Brian Michael Day.
My name is Thomas Grimm. Thanks again, Jeremy.
Cryo Precision Repair. Thank you, sir. That was good, man. Solid. You think dolphins do anal?
For sure. They have to. Don't dolphins are like the only other creature that like rapes?
Yes.
Well, and I'm sure monkeys rape.
Monkeys rape big.
Hey guys, if you liked what you heard today, there will be a new episode next Tuesday, as well as every Tuesday at 6 a.m. So hit that subscribe button and let your phone do all the work for you.
Dude, but dolphins anal? I mean, that's going to be my next YouTube search. Dolphins anal question mark?